Alright, we are back for episode 2.
This is episode like 43, I think.
Well, you know what I mean.
You know what he means.
Double recording. By the time this episode comes out, I will be in Emerald Isle.
Welcome to Double Shoot number 58.
Yes.
Why didn't you say like that? I will be in Emerald Isle.
Because
Are you
I'm
excited?
talking about it for a really long time,
Yeah.
and I just want it to happen already.
I know.
And
It's
speaking
kinda
of
good.
Emerald Isle, I was born in Camp Lejeune, which is really close to there.
Oh wow.
I didn't know you
Did you
were
know
born
that? I thought you were born in.
there. Did you know that?
Wait, I
Did
thought
you
you were like
say
in
it?
North Carolina.
Yes.
Oh, is that in North Carolina?
Yeah,
Okay.
Emerald Isle.
Where's Emerald
Well,
Isle?
actually,
North
no.
Carolina.
Yes.
Great.
No, I was actually just saying it was Camp Lejeune because it was...
I didn't know that. I'm not. I'm the good at it. I know where all the countries are. I know all the states. I don't know all the cities.
Which I will say, it's actually not a big deal at all, but I'm just going to make it a big deal for drama. There is a hurricane going through, I believe it is, Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And
I think...
that's actually a big part as to why we've been having so much rain,
Yes.
is because of the hurricane. And it's actually not going to be anywhere near the Carolinas, but I might die in a hurricane while I'm gone.
That would.
So I really
just talked about that in the last episode.
You're pretty good. You're good.
I might die. I think you guys should worry about me while
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gone.
We'll text
I
you in
should-
5 minutes.
Yes, thank you.
I'm not going to worry about you because you're not going to die.
I'm good. Look at the
Hunter.
hurricane. It is at least like 4 states.
Every time you
Next
say he's
to-
not
It
gonna
is
die,
4 states away.
every time you say he's not gonna die, the chances of him dying goes up.
You're not going to die.
Honestly,
the
the most-
Give us the podcast.
Yeah. The most I'm worried about is that it'll be rainy while we're there, but it's looking good so far. The weather's looking good.
People are
so.
thinking that we're going to die when literally what we're going to get hit with is 25-mile-per-hour winds
Oh no.
and some wind.
Well, to
Or
be
rain.
fair, it really did destroy. Well, the hurricane anyway really did destroy. But that was the actual hurricane.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
that
splitting
was-
up though.
That was where it hit,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
Ohio, where it's going to be like, hey, you're going to die. Or no, we're going to be fine.
Yes. Well, I will not. I'm probably going to end
Yeah,
up in a
Austin's
horrific
probably gonna.
accident.
So this
The-
is a very important episode then because
You know what, Austin? I hope you do.
this is a very important episode then because
It's
you've
maybe
already
his last
died.
episode.
You've already died before this episode came out.
I've already
So-
died.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Austin's not real.
yeah. So that's why this
Neither is
episode's so
Luke.
important.
Okay. What does that mean?
Like if you die on the drive here, like you're saying, if you die in a hurricane, then this episode will come out after you've already died.
Fun fact
True.
is,
So that's why it's important.
Austin
is
and Luke
the
don't
first-
actually exist.
the
They're
first
a figment of
episode-
your imaginations and mine.
Whoa, that would be insane.
Wow.
It's like Inception.
It is, yeah.
We do an episode with just me.
Well, I am scheduling both of these episodes, so this episode will be scheduled in like a week in advance. So
Just in case.
it'll still come out. I'll just be dead.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
You
Ghost
should
of
leave
Austin.
the computer
Okay.
here. Write down your will, just in case.
Yeah, yeah.
Put it on your table. Be like, if I die,
Do the Austin thing.
no,
that you do.
I'm taking it with me. Sorry.
What about your will?
don't do that.
You should at least write a note on your pillow before you leave.
Pillow
True.
on his pillow.
Sorry.
Put it on
Well,
his pillow.
I'll make sure whatever horrific accident I get in, the laptop is not with me, and there's somebody
on top
to
of
bring
your
it
car.
back. Yeah.
Oh no.
No, that's the same. That's the same place.
The final resting place of my laptop.
It's just gonna. It's just gonna. It's gonna fall off before it even hits anything hits it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's gonna fall off and get a little nick in the corner, and that's it.
Yeah. But
All right. Ugh, sitting on the floor is harder than it
So,
looks.
just to clarify, this is Luke's episode now.
It is.
And just to clarify, Hunter, you're next on the chopping block for coming up with a topic. And you have 2 weeks to do so. So,
Oh no!
don't worry about it too much.
What if I just like made another D&D campaign?
Austin,
You can.
toss me that pillow.
This pillow, do you need
Yes,
it?
I do.
I hate the
For
way you
your
say
knees?
pillow. I hate the way you're saying pillow.
Sorry.
It makes me so mad.
I'm British. I went.
Hello. I need my pillow.
Yes.
Give me some water.
I need to drink some milk. Milk.
Milk.
Oh
Oh,
my.
it's so gross.
I
You
hate that
guys
debate.
remember milk?
Milk.
Milk.
Please tell me you guys remember milk. The meme.
What meme? Milk.
Earlier the other day, I said, wouldn't it be crazy if there was a milk vending machine? And my 10-year-old sister said, you mean a cow?
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Oh! Something I forgot to talk about in our previous episode, but it's fine. This will add to our current small talk.
Yeah.
I recently made some playlists on the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
And the most important of which is the classics.
The D&D one. Oh.
There's a roleplay one.
Yeah.
But the classics is basically all S+ tier episodes.
Yes. Did you listen to Hunter's Mysterious Conspiracies again?
I did not.
I'm telling you.
I will on. Maybe I'll make my girlfriend listen to it on the drive to. North Carolina.
You're gonna force your girlfriend
It's
to listen
literally
to it.
peak. Like I don't like you
Why is
understand.
it so good?
It's just
peak
like
fiction, dog.
we were all in a good mood. Like our banter was really good. Like the stuff we're talking about was interesting. We made a lot. They were like the funny joke to just like joke that fell flat ratio in that one was like way
Ah,
higher.
yes, the funny jokes.
Like there were
in
way
this
more
joke.
funny jokes than usual.
So just so the listeners are aware, Luke thinks that Hunter's Mysterious Conspiracies is the best episode.
Yeah.
Which is actually
It
funny,
is.
'cause it wasn't
So,
even my
which
episode.
I have to listen to it again because I can't remember a single thing from that episode.
if your birds are not real.
So
I
Hey,
remember that.
And actually,
yeah.
something came out about that recently. That there was a guy who, like, for 5 years was saying that birds aren't real, and like everyone started believing him, and it got a bunch of followers. And recently, he was like, "Y'all, it's a bit. Like, I don't actually believe that."
I didn't say birds. I said pigeons.
of which there were a lot in Europe, like everywhere.
Really?
That's all I could think of. I was
They
like,
have lots of robotic devices.
Yeah,
in
they
Europe.
do.
why would they have them in Europe if it's from
It's
the
like,
government?
oh, we're gonna feed.
It's the Europe.
That's why
government.
they say do not feed the pigeons, because if you feed them, they're gonna harvest your soul
Yes.
or something of the sort.
I don't think robots would harvest your
Yeah,
soul.
our organs.
Yeah, I
maybe.
definitely.
It's more like a demon thing.
Our organs to make more birds.
Yeah.
He also has a lot
Yes,
of
yes.
music he's gonna listen to. Also on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so ignore the road trip playlist. That'll be private once
Beach
I don't
trip?
need it.
Yeah. Why is
Let's
it
listen to
there?
the first song on here.
No.
No!
Why is it there?
Oh god, he's actually playing it.
Well, why is that on there?
So it's because it's connected to my
YouTube music.
YouTube music.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's my personal account. The 3 Media Junkies YouTube account
Yeah.
is my personal account.
Yeah, so
everybody.
you can see you can see what channels you're subscribed to. It's all what
Yeah.
Austin has subscribed to.
Yes. So don't worry. It's
Yeah.
you know.
So anything that Austin does on the internet is all three of us have done collectively.
Yep.
Yes.
So if you murder somebody on the internet,
That
means we also
Wait,
murder someone on the internet.
question. How can you murder someone on the internet?
gun. You get a gun with a trick. You get as soon as it lands where it's supposed to be. There's a rubber band on the gun. Instantly pulls the trigger, and you send it to the internet. So
What are you saying?
Oh.
technically, you killed someone on the internet.
Well, no. Here we go. I'm actually going to decode this and figure out how you could kill somebody on the
You put a
internet.
gun through your monitor and it comes through.
No.
No.
So you set up a gun somewhere else, and then you also have a camera so you can see when the person arrives that you want to kill, and then you type and send a text that will vibrate the mouse, bumping the gun in the trigger, and it'll shoot the
Or
person.
you could just make a code that's like
media junkie
kill, like-
section
like-
around the world.
or you could just make like a thing where it's like tap this button to shoot the gun. That's way less complicated.
I guess so.
Like a web of code.
Yeah. But
Hunter-
why would someone?
Sniper Wolf's redemption arc.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, continue.
Why would someone press a button that says this button will
No,
fire?
like you
this
have a
gun?
button. You have a
Oh.
button.
Yeah.
But how would that a Bluetooth
Why would-
gun?
Yeah.
Um,
That's got to become a thing eventually, right?
That would be crazy.
That'd be awesome.
You're
actually.
just standing there, just looking at a
Baby
gun,
gun.
and it just shoots somehow.
like like if you're a prison warden and your prisoners are escaping, you just have your Bluetooth guns all over the.
You think they're just gonna shoot them all? Just
well, like
kill them?
Well, they shoot them in the legs like to
That's
stop
not-
them.
okay.
I guess, yeah.
Oh no,
Should I
the
have a
gun
horse?
was positioned
So you know that
incorrectly.
when horses break their legs,
Yes, they shoot them. They just shoot them.
Well,
in the
yeah,
head.
because there's no recovering from that as a horse.
I
you know.
mean, maybe there's some way. You know, cows like their knees bend backwards.
Really?
Yeah, and they're milk vending machines. All right.
There are milk vending machines.
So, any other small talk we forgot about?
I don't think so,
I see
but
a
probably.
Yeah, I
You
know.
see what?
Hunter.
I see a key.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my house key. This is also the tripod that I bought for the podcast. I didn't actually buy it for the podcast, but we can use it for the podcast.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
Austin can't hear me, but I'm gonna steal the house key and I'm gonna break into his house.
He's look.
You're gonna break into the house that you're already in.
Yeah. How did he know? Oh my gosh.
I'm scared.
Austin is a robot.
He's gonna leave He's gonna lock my door, go out the back, and then he's gonna use the key to break into my house.
Oh my gosh.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
He's gonna lock you into the house.
Yes.
He's gonna lock you in your own house.
Yes.
Ow. All right.
That was my dog.
Dog
She's
attack.
trying to claw her way into the room.
She really wants to be a guest.
Yeah, I know.
We
It's
get
too
we
bad.
get so many people who are like, "Oh, can I be a guest on the podcast?"
Yeah.
And our first guest,
Well,
well, I guess
you've
was
already
Rotten
had
Ralph.
this.
But like, I
don't know if Ron Ralph counts because he's not really a guest anymore. He's
That's
a
true.
part.
He's part of the
podcast.
cast. Yeah, he's part of the cast.
Yeah. Why are you whispering to Ron Ralph?
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes.
Oh, great. Here
Mr.
he
Krabs
comes.
sound effect.
Yep. Yep. Still not. Still not
I heard you
editing.
guys were talking major crap about.
This sounds familiar. I feel like we had a bit about this
Some
recently.
deja vu.
I
Yeah.
heard you guys were saying that I'm not a real person.
You're not. You're a
Or-
lobster.
That is true.
I am whatever I want to be.
I'm queen, whatever. Oh, that's my other recent rec.
What? Oh,
Okay.
another recent rec.
Rotten Ralph, shut up.
No.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Or do you want to say for this recent rec?
I'm Rotten Ralph. I
Ah.
do what I want.
Dude, stop.
What?
All right, what is it? What is your recent rec?
Okay, my recent rec, this is very silly.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the Lego movie? The original
Oh.
Lego movie?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Excellent movie.
Yep.
Have you seen the second one?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
I love that movie so
It's
much.
pretty good.
I watched it 3 times over vacation.
Do you like it more than the first?
Yes,
Really?
I do.
I don't agree with that, but I do
Well,
like it.
I definitely don't agree with that.
You've seen it?
Yes.
I love that movie. You guys don't understand, like, that movie is like a part of me. Like,
I'll have to rewatch it because I actually don't remember a whole lot about it. But
Right, oh my gosh, like the music, the way that the songs are, like, choreographed is excellent.
yeah.
It's like the best animated musical numbers I think of anything I've ever seen.
I remember really liking it when
I'm
it came out.
queen, whatever wanna
But,
be.
yeah.
I never trick. Okay, whatever. It's an amazing movie. It like as a like a plot is like okay or whatever, but like everything like the animation, the characters, the execution, the like the narrative, the acting, everything else is superb. I think, and it's a great movie. And you should all watch it because I love it very much.
I'll watch it again sometime.
You should.
What is the topic for today?
All right. Today's topic is something I've wanted to talk about for a long time that I need to get an opportunity to talk about it. We're going to talk about Lukology more in depth,
Oh,
which
okay.
100 probably isn't as excited about. I want you guys to throw your best like psychological questions at me. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what you
okay.
think about people.
I like this. I like this.
I love people. This is my thing. Is I love people. I love the way that they think. I love the way that they work. I want to know everything about them.
Okay.
I'm not in a creepy way or anything. I just want to know, like, why do people make the decisions that they do?
Mhm.
Why do people, make friends with the people they make friends with? Why do they work in certain situations and not in others? Right?
Yes.
It all has to come down to the way that they're wired and the way that they think.
Mhm.
And I want to hear what you guys think about that.
Okay. So are we asking you questions?
Ask me questions, conversation prompts, things you've observed about people.
So how people work, kind of? Is that what it's about?
And not big groups of people. That's sociology. I'm talking more about psychology, which is like
specific
individual people. Like, for
Right.
example, Austin. We always talk about how our brains are very similar.
Right.
And that's because the way that we receive information, I think, is very similar.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what is... Let me see.
What would you think of a person who went up to a train and could possibly save one person and kill 5 people?
We've done this.
Yeah,
But he
episode.
didn't. But to pull the switch, he could kill one person. But if he didn't pull the switch, he'd kill 5 people.
This is not the way it's
What do you
written.
want to say? What do you say to that? What do you say to the person that doesn't pull the switch?
Listen to our other episode. Listen, this is like the thing I'm most passionate about in the whole world.
What do you
Very
say to
true.
the person that doesn't pull the switch?
Hello. There's 2 okay, whatever. I'm more passionate about Lukology than I am about video games.
Wow.
And about media in general, even this podcast.
Why are you so passionate about it?
I
though?
don't know.
Because it's called Lukology.
I named it that. It just fascinates me. Because, again, I'm going to reiterate this for people who don't understand. Lukology is psychology without all the sciencey brain stuff. Because I'm more focused on people personally, right? So
Right.
Lukology has to do more with their emotions, with how the, like, not with, like, the terms and the definitions and, like, the sciencey stuff. Just, like, how they are, just based on what I see.
Right.
If that makes sense. I know this is a lot to take
No,
in.
it
immediately.
does. I understand.
I'm front loading.
You named Lukology?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's insane.
I
I
named
would
it.
never have thought of that.
I thought, wow.
But
sarcasm. Why do people use sarcasm? To hide their actual thoughts, or because they can't think of a good enough joke?
Wow, he's bringing it up. Oh wow,
Yeah.
he's coming out with the hot
Coming out
today.
swinging here.
Because of that's not even why. It's just funny to be sarcastic towards you because you don't get it.
That is true.
You
I
just
do not
don't-
get it.
You just don't understand sarcasm.
Which is very difficult when I'm trying to do Lukology on people. It's like,
Yeah.
do you mean what you say? Because I'm very literal. Like,
So,
if you mean what you say, I can understand.
In terms of Lukology, would sarcasm then be your like main villain?
Well, I guess so. It's not personal to me. It's
Yeah.
something that I think everyone has, like that I experience with everybody. You know. But I just think that because it's the way that I think, and it has to do very much with being in touch with yourself, because you can't understand others until you're in touch with yourself. Right.
Okay. So I'm trying to think here.
You got this.
How does you love video games?
Mm-hmm.
You love this like soundtracks and
Yes.
just like you have a very like character about yourself. Why? Like, what does that say about you?
Why am I Luke Gordon? Is that what you're asking?
Essentially.
People have a hard time when you hide who you are. People have a hard time trying to figure out who you are.
Right.
Which is kind of my whole point of what I'm trying to do. Like, I try to understand why people are the way they are. But with me, if I just put everything out there, so everybody exactly the way that I am, how I am, I make myself this character. People understand me. Then they don't have to worry about feeling confused around me or overwhelmed. And they feel better about themselves when they're around me, which is my whole goal.
Right. Okay.
Hunter? Hunter will be the comedic relief for this episode, I've decided.
I don't feel any of those things when I'm around you.
That's disappointing.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
He's making it up. Here's a certain superpower I have that my mom and I both have. We can both tell every single time anyone's lying. Ever.
Really?
Yes.
Even me?
You're a tricky case because you're very stoic.
Okay. What does that mean?
Like you're very one note. Like you're you don't really have big emotions. I guess you should say. At least when you're hanging out with us. I don't know how you are in general. But
That's pretty much how I am.
I'm pretty boring.
Yeah.
I'm a boring man.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So I know this is about Lukology, but that's just that is a part of me that I have thought about for a long time. That sometimes I do wish I had more of what you have in terms of like talking to people, or even what your dad has. Your dad's a huge people person. He can talk to people real easily. I'm the complete opposite. I love talking to people, but I'm not the person that will start the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's always, I'm very passive. It doesn't. I seem upset a lot more, even though I'm completely fine. It's just the way that my mood seems.
That's very good. That's very good.
But it's just it's something that really has frustrated me for like a few years now. Actually, is that I am not a very approachable person.
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Accept that.
Okay.
Don't let that defeat you. Don't be like, I wish that I was more approachable, because it's not the person you are.
True.
Don't. If you force yourself to be someone you're not, you're going to lose who you actually are.
Right.
And that's what's most important. Is finding out who you really are.
Which, like I said, I love talking to people. It's just like people don't typically approach me because that's just not the demeanor I have.
Yeah. You know what? That is true. For 2 or 3 years, Hunter and I were both just like, that's a crazy guy over there. We don't talk to at all.
Very true. Yeah.
But and if you really do desire to be more approachable, then you'll figure out how to do it. You're still young. You still have plenty of time to grow.
And with people I know, obviously very approachable.
Exactly.
Like I love talking to like friends and even people in public, like at my job and stuff. It's like
right.
I like talking to people. It's just I never start the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, that's something I do wish was I was better at. But
it's good that you think that, though. It's good that you know what you wish you were about yourself.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. But it's not particularly anything I expect to change, just because it's so deep rooted.
Right.
As who I am.
Well, yeah, that's good. So, and the fact that you accepted that is very, very good, because it's okay to be frustrated about it. First, here's something I'm frustrated about myself that it's very hard to change. Something that I've been working on for a while, but still isn't. I'm very clumsy.
Okay.
And not only in what I do, but in what I say. You know what I mean? Like, I don't realize something's offensive until I say it.
Right.
Because I don't really have those kinds of thoughts very often.
Mhm.
You know, I drop stuff all the time. I forget to do things all the time, which
Right.
is also can be talked about the front of my ADHD. But also just in general, my personality is very like I'm in the moment, so I'm not really thinking about stuff that I have to do or already did. You know.
Right. Gotcha.
So that's kind of where kind of similar to what you were saying. Like that's what I feel about myself. I wish I was better at.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
We got to get Hunter in this conversation somehow. Let's
Yeah,
think.
Hunter.
What do you wonder about yourself, Hunter?
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Let's get this philosophical
There's a lot
conversation.
of things.
All right, let's figure out who is Hunter Dark Horse.
Let's
Oh, you
pick-
have to.
Let's pick at Hunter's brain.
Yeah, let's do it.
I've been trying to do that for a long time.
You can do this.
What is we just said what we wish was like in terms of sociability, what could be better about us? What do you think? What do you wish?
You wish you were better at. You can do this. You can think about it. This is very important to me. I'm eating this up right now. If you guys don't know, this is the happiest thing I've ever been.
Mm.
I don't know.
I don't know. I bet you're similar to Austin in the way that you wonder why people don't approach you as often. But you're a bit more introverted than he is, though.
I really don't care if people approach me or not.
Right? Do you enjoy being introverted? Do you like
I think it's pretty fun sometimes.
being by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an extrovert and introvert. Or introvert and extrovert, I guess.
Ambivert.
I don't know which one it would be more of.
Amber. Okay.
Yeah.
Ambivert is
Because I don't like people very much.
Mhm.
But if I have friends, I want to talk to them a lot more.
right.
And I want to hang out with them.
Yeah.
Because you know how
actually
they
have a
are.
conversation with them. But
Yeah.
outside of that, I can probably be alone by myself.
It's the fear of like the unknown because you know your friends and you know how they are, you know how they react to you. The people you don't know, it's scary because you don't know what they're gonna say or do next.
Right.
Is that kind of what you feel? You think?
Eh.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say Hunter is very similar to me, except for one thing, which is that he doesn't really care about it.
Right. Yeah, and you do.
Yeah,
Right, and that's okay because Hunter already is more like I want to be by myself. You know, he feels better when he's alone.
Right.
Which is very true. But he also like he likes to text the group chat a lot because he
Right.
he has things he wants to say and he says
Right.
them. You know, I like we're talking about him like he's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hunter, this guy, he's really cool. He like texted to us a lot about a lot of stuff.
Elden Ring.
He's
Yeah.
not here right now at all. And I'm like, I'm sad about it. 'cause I can't talk to him.
I'm Hunter.
I'm Hunter. I'm Hunter. Yo, I am Hunter.
Hunter, are you an extrovert or an introvert?
I don't know what I am.
I'm
I don't know, bad.
Oh,
I hate this character.
interesting.
I like this character, bad.
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 Yeah, it's like you just
I'm
made up.
gay.
This
That's not bad.
this is a new. What's up? This is a new accent. I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
heard this
I
one
don't know
before.
about
Hey, bad.
This is the Hunter accent.
Yeah, that's what it said.
I'm from Canada, eh?
Canada.
Okay, Canada. That's what it was.
I said that already.
Oh,
Bad.
I wasn't. Did you didn't go to Canada, did you, Luke?
I did.
I'm gonna
Well,
drink.
so for the airport.
Oh, was it fun?
Yeah, it was that. We didn't get to see much of it, but it was nice while I was there. The
Yeah.
shops were cool and it was fun.
Very good.
Atmosphere was fun. Okay, this is also a perfect topic to talk about now because I discovered a lot about myself on the trip too, about how I deal with drama because I've always been an anti-drama person.
Yes.
But there are some points where I have to actually involve myself in it,
Yes.
and that's when it gets really frustrating for me. Would you guys say you're anti-drama people?
I am. Yes.
It
Yeah.
depends. Sometimes it's funny.
It is funny, and that's why. So,
If the drama isn't involving me,
right.
it's fine. But when I get dragged into something, that's when I
Yeah.
like, try to separate myself.
Right,
from it as much
right.
as possible.
And that's-
Depending on what kind of drama it is, it can be really funny.
And-
Just
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so I'm gonna not say her name, but the girl who played the lead in our high school play was recently.
Okay.
which
She
one?
she played Maria.
Okay.
She sits behind me in chemistry class. We've actually had a lot of conversations about like in this kind of same vein here.
Mhm.
But she said, oh, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, she said that she admires that I don't get involved in drama because she said to you it probably looks like you're just watching the Disney Channel show and you're not like in it. You know what I mean? Which is kind of what it's like. I'm like watching this dramatic thing play out in front of me that I don't care about.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like having it on in the background while I enjoy my life.
Very true. Yeah. It's just, and it's an annoying thing because I don't like to be a part of drama, but a lot of the times it just finds you anyway,
Right,
and
right.
you just have to deal with it.
And that's what I've been working on for so long about myself is that like I try to become this kind of person who doesn't make people upset. who doesn't, you know, say things behind people's backs, because I don't want any of this to be manifested in me. I want to be I want to be a safe space for people. I don't want them to feel like I might start something when I'm around them.
Right.
You know, even in the slightest.
Which that's the thing, and we've kind of talked about it before. Is like the one type of person that you hate, and it's like people that disrespect people that didn't do anything wrong.
Right. I hate people because they have this. Okay, well, this is getting into narcissism, but they have this idea that they're better than other people, or that they want to seem better than other people. It's because they're insecure, first of all, because they think that's how they need to validate that they're a good person. You know, is being better than others, especially when it's someone that other people respect, such as my choir teacher. And there's one kid who disrespected her a lot because everyone loved her, and so he felt like if I prove that I'm better than her, people will like me, which is not the case. They just don't like you.
I want cookies.
That is a good point. I do want cookies.
Yes.
We should have snacks on this podcast.
We should. Snack time. That would actually quite suck, because it would just be, us eating them.
Hunter's bagel reminds us.
Yes.
Alright, so people often say that I'm a narcissist, which, well, they don't say that.
You're very narcissistic.
That's a crazy thing.
They don't say I'm a narcissist, but they do say, like, oh, Luke feels very self-centered, and I am.
That's a good question. You know, are you self-centered, or is it just more out of the love for people?
Right.
Yeah.
That just hit an exact spot in my brain.
Is it an egotistical thing,
right?
Or
is it because? So this is actually perfectly exactly what I think about all the time. Is that, it's not an ego thing for me, because I genuinely like being me because people like me, right?
Right.
So like the feeling that like. Oh yeah. Right now he's a bit upset.
Yeah.
Listen, Hunter's episode, you're coming up next. It'll be all about you. I promise you. Okay.
Second, Hunter's.
Yeah.
What was the one? Who was Hunter? Who was Hunter 2?
Hunter. Who's Hunter?
Who's Hunter?
No, we're not bringing you back in.
Yeah, I hate that bit. It was dumb.
That was terrible.
I'm kidding. Actually, kind of did like it. Anyway, so an ego thing. People are like, "Oh, Luke Gordon is self-centered," but I'm really not. I just really like being myself, and I'm really content with who I am.
Yeah.
And I want everyone else to be content with who
And
they
I
are.
think in today's age, it's an unhealthy notion, but a very popular one, that being yourself is not good.
Right.
And that being like overly confident of yourself is more egotistical than it is just, you know, living your life.
Yeah, which is a really big bummer, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
That always makes me sad to think about.
Yeah.
You know, I want people to feel at peace with themselves, because then they can feel like they can do other things. You know what I mean?
Right.
They can start to make other people's lives better.
Yes.
But when they're insecure about themselves, then they start to push others away, and then it becomes a whole big mess.
Right, yeah. It's just how society is nowadays, and it's pretty unhealthy.
Society is not a fun time.
Gotta say, I don't like narcissists.
Yeah?
Pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Narcissists who think that they're better than other, who like say I'm better than other people. That's what I don't like, because then you're just putting others down, and then they're just annoying. No one actually respects you more for saying that.
No.
Right?
I'm better than you, Luke.
Yes.
See, now, do you like him less or more, everybody? Post in the comments
Yeah.
below.
Do you like me less or more after I said I'm better than Luke? The answer's better be yes.
Yes.
Whoa.
I will say, or I guess this is a pretty good question for this topic.
Alright.
You know how like Lukology is like at the center of your core, like that's the heart of Luke.
That's my beat.
What is like, what makes you Hunter? You know, like what are you most passionate about? What is like
What defines you?
What defines you as a person? Yeah.
You got this. This is our second Hunter segment.
Yeah.
Let's
God
go.
only knows.
Oh.
I
Well, let's
have
ask
no
him.
idea.
Yeah.
I have
God.
no idea.
To God.
I would say. I actually don't know either. I'm not you.
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, this is actually really tricky because you're also kind of stoic. But I think that you respect people, and I think that respect is a very big thing for you. Is that true? You've answered that.
I think sarcasm is what.
Yeah, I think sarcasm is also a pretty important thing. Well, okay, so
Well, it's more of respect, going both ways.
right.
I
Very
respect, like, people and what they choose to do with their lives, but if they disrespect me, I don't respect
It's a two-way street.
Yes.
Right. It's a two-way street.
Hunter is less generous than I would say Luke is.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
But honestly, that's an okay way to live too. I
It is,
don't have any
yeah.
problem with that, because that means that you're just like that's how you are. Like you're just
You
living your life
treat
that way.
others how you've been treated.
Right, yeah.
Or how you want, whatever the phrase is.
My mom said this once, and I absolutely love this quote so much. I don't know if she read it somewhere or if she just said it, but it is one of my favorite things any human being has ever said.
Okay.
She said, "I don't like the golden rule. I don't like treat others the way you want to be treated. I think it should be treat others the way that you want to treat others the way that they want to be treated."
Oh.
If that makes sense, I kind of stumbled that.
Actually,
Very
you know
true.
what? Yeah.
Think that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
because if
it
anyone
does.
treats-
It's sometimes it's hard to know how people want to be treated. Though.
Exactly. Well, that's why you gotta get
But
Lukology.
also-
Yeah, very true.
Your mom is right to an extent, too.
Yes.
Because
It-
with narcissists, too, because they
Yes.
want to be treated like higher beings or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you start treating them like that, then they're going to start acting
Yeah.
more of them.
Whoa.
It can
That's true.
it can be an unhealthy bad thing if
Yep.
the intention of the person you're treating right is wrong.
Which is where the golden rule comes in.
Yeah.
So there's two. I feel like there are different ways to go about it. I don't think it should just be this is the one definite rule,
Right.
you know, for the way to treat people.
Yeah.
You know.
Should be treat others how you want to be treated first, and then, depending on how they are as a person, treat them how they want to be treated.
Very good, Hunter. I
Yeah,
agree with that.
very good.
Good job.
Yes. I would say in place of Lukology or sarcasm, at my
Sarcasm.
at my core, I would literally say, and this is kind of corny, but I think about this all the time.
All right.
Is that media is literally
Yes.
my heart.
Media is a
Like,
big thing for you.
Yeah, like it is literally my life, and not just media, but more like storytelling in
Mhm.
general.
Yeah, I know.
Just because it's like stories are the one thing I could not live without.
Right. It's this thing where, like, even lately, like, every time I encounter a really good story, I'm like, I wonder what Austin would feel about this. I wonder how Austin would feel about
Right.
this.
Yeah.
It is so you. Like, you are the story guy.
Yeah.
And
You are.
and not just, like, as a bit. Like, it's so genuine and true to you that, like, it is your enigma, kind
Right.
of, you know?
Yeah. Like, just like, yeah.
Yeah, right, I know.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
I wholly
I mean,
agree
honestly, I
with
just
that.
rehashed what you said pretty much, but
Yeah.
that is true, yeah.
I do.
I feel like we can get a better one for Hunter, though. I feel like there's more to Hunter than just the
Sarcasm?
eye. Yeah.
I was gonna say more like
Start with I looked at the definition of stoic and God, that's not me.
You don't think so? You think you're pretty emotional?
Stoics are less.
Yeah.
I feel like stoicism, or however it's
Stoicism.
Stoicism. I feel like it's more at peace than it is not emotional.
Ooh, that's good. Okay,
Well, that's-
why? Why do you think that?
Well, I just always thought that's what the definition of it was.
I thought you were saying
no,
in general.
I was just
I
like,
think that Stoics are a bit. Yeah.
It's to
No,
endure hardships and not to complain.
yeah,
Yes.
that's at peace.
I think that it's they're pushing away everything about themselves. I think that
Really?
they're the opposite of what I'm doing. Right? I let myself flourish, become the kind of person I want to be. They do the opposite and like shrink themselves down so much it becomes meaningless.
I never thought Stoics were like, unhappy or like,
Yeah. Right? They don't have it. Like, you can't tell. You know.
True.
And that's what they want. They want to be like
Closed off.
right,
But,
exactly. And that's why I said that about like
Yeah. Right.
how they probably are that way. I forgot what I was saying halfway through that sentence. That keeps happening, and it's really annoying me because I'm like, I'm trying to be
it
profound
happened to me
here.
like a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I remember that. Why do you keep picking up Golden Ralph?
Because I want to look at it.
Gordon.
You think he's gonna give you superpowers if you rub him? Like,
Yeah. He'll come out of the, he's like a genie.
yeah, it comes out.
Yep, there he is.
Oh my gosh!
He just- yeah.
Ralph just appeared out of him.
Yes.
The way I'm looking at him right now, the light is behind him. And he's like illuminated.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
That is a crazy language.
You know what that
That's
is?
his.
He was speaking Ralphie.
That's his home language.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
What is up the core of Rotten Ralph? Who is he as a
Who's
as a
Rotten
lobster?
Ralph as Ralphology?
Yeah, Ralphology. Come here, boy.
Yes.
He's coming.
Oh, here he
Don't call
comes.
him boy.
Sorry. Ralph?
Ralph, are you okay?
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, you guys talking about me or whatever?
Yeah, we're trying to find out what's the core
Yeah.
of all of us.
What does it mean to be Rotten Ralph?
Yeah.
To be very rotten.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Does being mean to people make you feel fulfilled?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not that
You.
mean
But
though.
you're not that mean.
Yeah, to you guys, I'm not that mean.
Aw, we love you,
That's
Ralph.
I
sweet.
didn't say I loved you, but
Well, I said I loved you.
Yeah. That's who Luke is.
I use that phrase very sparingly, but I think it has. Well, sorry, Ralph. I know we're like ignoring you, even though you're still here.
wow.
But I'm going into another conversation topic here. You can join in if you want. But I use that phrase very sparingly, like not sparingly, the opposite of sparingly, sporadically.
Mhm.
because I think it means like people interpret it as having to be like between like a partner, you know, like
Yeah.
like
Right.
which love is one of those things I really haven't dug too deep into yet. Like that's a whole other
I think
side of the
there's
story.
there's definitely two definitions of love.
Oh, 100%.
There's romantic love,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's friendly family and that kind of love.
Yes, and as of right now in my life, I feel like I feel the friendly family love much more than I feel the romantic love, and I think
Right.
that's why I've been able to like have this kind of mindset
Well,
about things.
There's more points in your life where you feel friendship, love, or family. love.
Right? Yeah, and it's gonna change too. Obviously, like as I grow older, I'm probably gonna find somebody. Thank you. You know what, Ralph?
Very good.
Hi, Claw.
Hi,
Hi, Claw. Oh, hi, Claw. Yeah,
There
that was a good one, Ralph.
That was good.
I like that one.
Hey, Hunter.
Anyways, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ralph is smarter than you.
Yeah.
We just found out.
Pretty much, honestly.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. It's
Oh.
true.
Okay. I got one. How about people? I feel like we're like in a bar right now. Like,
Yeah.
I got something to say.
I've got some.
How about people who are like, you know? Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
How about people who I know people who are like this, who are fueled by intelligence, feeling like they need to be smarter than everyone else. They need more and more knowledge.
Okay.
Have you experienced many people like this?
I honestly feel like that sometimes.
But you're not as bad because I think there are some people who like that's their whole personality.
Right.
You know, and like it becomes a thing where it's like, well, I'm smarter than you, so I'm better than you, and I don't want to be friends with you anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I've had a whole lot of experience, at least not as drastic as that,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I feel like there's just been a lot of people where they're like so smart that it feels like, from my perspective, that that's all they are. Is they're just
Right.
super smart and, you know, cocky. And
Yeah, I
just,
know.
like,
And
but
then, it's
that-
like, then they're an unlikable person. So
Right.
what's the point of hanging out with them? You
yeah,
know?
but that's not always the case. That's just like
That is
my
true.
perspective of them.
Yeah.
Because
But I've
you know,
known people who are both ways, though. I've known people
Yeah.
who are like
Very
that
dumb.
genuinely, but people are also who have someone else inside of them.
Right.
Me,
I just burped.
me when see smart person not good.
Yeah.
The
exactly.
warning goes off.
Yeah.
Winning go.
Yeah, and like, I think that you have a little bit of this too, but not in a bad way. But like, because you feel like you got to look stuff up, you got to know the knowledge.
You're
right?
argumentative.
Yeah, you're argumentative, but like, but you feel the desire to know these things just
True.
because you feel.
You are the scissors.
Yeah, right.
I'm much better at coming up with an argumentative part when it's on the spot than
having research
Than
done
having
into it.
research.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Why do
I
you think
do
that
not
is?
like doing argumentative research things for like papers, especially it's mostly because
The topics are
schools they
interesting.
make us have to do one topic.
Yeah.
You have to
Right.
do this.
So it's things like more on the spot that you are a lot better at like arguing about. So
Sure.
maybe it's just like stuff you're passionate about, really.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting, and that's good that you know that. I think.
Yeah.
And it is true. Like I've always have thought that about you. Like you're very much like that way.
Mhm.
I should have phrased that better, but you know what?
You're
Yeah,
very
you
much-
stupid.
Yeah, I have like I don't really like I have this thing like I know what I want to say, and if I get the point across, then that's fine. I don't care about making it the perfect sentence or anything.
Mhm.
Whoop, up, up.
Just like I think that seeps
Yeah.
into my actual life too. Like my mom was like, "Luke, cut up in the bag, like the dog bag, like of food," and my dad handed me a knife, but I was already holding scissors because like I'm going to cut it with scissors.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Why don't you use a knife?" And I was like, "Because scissors works fine too." And he's like, "Oh yeah, it does work fine." It's like so but my dad wanted to feel like he felt like he was teaching me, right?
Right.
But I'm more independent now, so I feel like I can. This is like the whole experience is very metaphorical for like my
Sure.
life since coming back from Europe, especially like I found out my own solution that works just as fine. I don't need everyone to tell me what to do, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And that's a good one. I think that a lot of people are. I think I'm kind of late to the party on that one. I think a lot of people have already started to experience independence a lot more than I have.
Are yeah?
Sure.
Are you?
Yeah.
I will say something I've thought about is that you guys are a lot less independent than like I feel like I was, and I'm honest like was at your age,
Well, it
and
doesn't
I'm
look-
honestly envious of it.
Well, yeah.
I'm older than
It does
you.
have to
Jesus.
do with upbringings, obviously. And we don't
Yeah.
get too into that, but it has to do with how you were raised. And for me, I live in a family with 3 other kids. You know,
Right.
my mom and dad are very like close. So the way that we were raised, was very much like, we're gonna show you how to do things, and we're gonna teach you how the way it is. And it worked perfectly. Like, I'm really proud of them. I'm really proud of the person I've become because of it. But now that I'm becoming more independent, I feel like it's different. It's a very interesting experience, and one that I'm very excited to get into.
Yeah. Interesting.
And it's interesting that you're envious of it. Like, why is that? Why are you envious of it, do you think?
Well, it's certain aspects of it, I guess. I mean, I like being independent. It's nice. Obviously, it has its perks. But in terms of, like, I'm independent, but I also have less freedom, if that makes sense. Because obviously I make my own money and stuff, but the whole working world is just its own thing. And okay, here's something, a little Austinology.
All right, here we go.
I don't know if I've talked about this, but this is which I might have, because I just quit copying and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But a vow that I made to myself after my first job, because I hated my first job so much, is that I vowed that I would never, ever work at a job that I didn't like again. If I didn't like the job, I would not work there.
There you go.
And I've kept that true for the most part. Eventually, once my girlfriend quit Cave, and then it just became kind of redundant, I didn't like working there anymore. So I quit, and now I'm working at somewhere where it's new, it's fresh, and I like working there.
That's good.
To an extent, sometimes it's not always desirable.
Yeah,
the working environment's going to be perfect.
And I would say that is something that defines me as a person a lot, is my absolute hatred for the blue collar system.
Okay.
I hate people that think, I guess I don't hate, if this is how you feel, that's fine, but pushing it onto other people, like, you have to work a 9 to 5, and you have to work a job that you hate, mandatory labor, just nonsensical, just redundant,
and that
terrible jobs.
That really taps into the feeling of being your own person.
Exactly.
And that's cool. And that's internal. That's very important to you too.
It burns so much that it, like, hurts to even think about, because I hate the idea of, my worst fear ever is, not becoming something and just working a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life, a dead end job.
That makes me unhappy. And the people who think that probably are that way, and they're unhappy about it, but they feel like everyone else has to be that way because they're that way, and they don't want to,
Like I've said before, it's never too late to do what you want to do.
Yes.
And
there's no structure to life.
Right.
Just do what you need to do.
Exactly. And it's like, obviously I have big dreams that plays into it, because, I want to be like a director or whatever.
Yeah.
And obviously those are, you've got to put in a lot to achieve those. So it's.
But you already have that drive. You have a great sense of, like, I need to get done, and you always do
it. It's just, I just could not live with myself if I just, took the easy way out.
Became a slave to the man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam.
Yeah. I hate that guy.
Yeah, I hate him.
Yeah.
But I just, that's a big part of me.
There you go.
I guess that's almost more. Well, it's really the same thing, because they intertwine. But that's more to who I am than, like, stories.
That's very specific, but I like it. I like it.
You also wonder sometimes, like, what would life be without, like, money? Right.
Yeah, I wonder that all the time.
If we didn't have monetary values and stuff like that,
everyone would be so much happier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we didn't have money, jobs would just be people that like doing their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Construction would probably go a lot faster, a lot better, because those people that like construction do construction.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
People that like doing this job, they'll do this job. They don't have to worry about how much money they make.
I mean,
yeah.
Literally, people would be doing jobs that other people don't want to do just because they can and they want to do it, and there's nothing holding them back.
Yeah,
they don't need money.
Well, think about it. Like, everyone is, like, out of place. Like, everyone is in a job they don't like and have a job that they want to be in. There's one person in that job who wants to be in your position.
Exactly.
So everyone needs, like, if there was no money, I feel like everyone would switch around and be exactly where they want to be.
I mean, to an extent, I don't think anybody wants to, like, work at Wendy's or anything. Which, Which,
I mean, you never know. I'm sure there was somebody out there.
Somebody, yeah. Which, it's funny because the Wendy's sign in Norton says your dream job awaits. And obviously it's nothing to get worked up over. But
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get worked up.
That seriously angered me when I read it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember working
No,
at
but,
Wendy's.
like,
Maybe it was sarcastic. Maybe they knew.
It was probably a joke.
That's funny.
But I can't stand.
One of my
Let's be
cousins kept saying when he grew up that he wanted to be a waiter at McDonald's. That's not real.
Yeah,
Fair.
no
Well,
waiters.
Work at places like that without making money. Just do it.
Yeah.
You don't really need
Right.
Yeah.
college.
But the problem is that
Right.
like our society is obviously this is a very radical idea that most people probably aren't even going to agree with. But
Right.
like if this very actually taps into the stereotype of podcast where it's like white guys with crazy ideas, you know.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
or it's talking about money. If there was no money in the world, like we can't just take it away instantly. It would have to have already like been established that money isn't a thing before
Yeah.
all this started happening.
Right.
And then it probably wouldn't be a Wendy's. You know,
Well,
it'd probably be
because-
something different.
Well, because in that, if you get rid of money, then jobs aren't even jobs. It's just things you do to fill up the day, just
Right.
to do it.
And you'd be
Exactly.
happy where you were because you wouldn't need to be forced into a certain way because of the lifestyle you live.
Right.
Like,
And this is a little bit random, but it does relate. That's why I love going. Like I go to like shelters a lot, just to, like see the
Yeah.
animals and stuff. And I love that the majority of the people that are there are volunteers
yeah.
that don't get paid anything. They just do it because they love doing it.
Yes.
Which that's just like an awesome thing.
It is incredible.
Like the saying, money is the root to all evil.
Running is the root of all evil. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Yeah, and like it's a volunteer thing because they're passionate about it and they don't
Right.
care about the money. It's just, they're
And
having
obviously, it's a great cause.
selfish intent behind it. Yeah.
A lot
So
of bad things would have been avoided if there was no money.
Yeah,
very true.
yeah.
I mean, every war, is really fought probably
Because of
over money.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
they want more land to make more money.
But
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people do share this sentiment, though. We're kind of drifting away from the topic, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's another interesting
I
topic.
mean, in terms in relation to money, an interesting fact is that, and I've learned a lot about this because I've kind of been looking for apartments and stuff, and just like looking into that whole world. You cannot realistically how we live today in this economy. I don't mean to sound like
Yeah.
an old person.
in this day and age.
But in this economy, you cannot get even an apartment on a one-person salary.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
Yeah.
The statistic I think is like you have to make like $90K a year just
That's
to live by
crazy.
yourself.
it's
yeah.
it's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's sad.
And obviously a lot of people don't have, like parents to live with, and
Mhm.
it's just like they don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
But obviously
and then they lose that freedom, and then they don't get to be who they want to be.
exactly, and then
It's sad.
just even more into it.
Yeah, money is definitely a very big topic in all of this. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like money controls a lot of people's lives, and it probably does hold people back from becoming who they want to be, and that's
Yeah.
that's what I want the most, you know.
Yeah.
So it's very sad, and it's very true.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's true.
we almost are living in a dystopia in a way.
Really, we are.
Yeah.
But
I mean-
that's too cynical. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
Let's get a new topic in here. Let's throw
Okay.
something else out on the board. What else? What other types of people have you observed?
Hmm.
Like heavily opinionated people. How do you feel about them?
I dislike them.
Why?
I'm kidding.
Okay. Well, I thought it was gonna be nice.
Well, I guess it depends. I mean, if you're opinionated so much to the point where it's like you won't accept what anyone else has to say.
yeah, that's when it's bad.
That's a problem.
It is a problem
Um.
because it negatively affects other people's lives.
Yeah,
It's not good.
but if you're passionate and willing to fight for what you believe in, but also accepting when you're wrong,
yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
that's fine.
Right, and I actually have met somebody like this recently who was, and that was very refreshing because they were just like having an argument. They're like, okay, I understand that I'm wrong here, like, and I know why, you know.
Mhm.
And that felt good because I feel like people kind of do need to understand sometimes that like you can be wrong. Like I'm wrong all the time, but like sometimes it's hard for me to admit it, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
And it's tricky for people because they get so ingrained in being like I have to be this, you know. If I'm not right, then feel like I'm not good enough, you know.
Right.
A lot of this boils down to anxiety.
Mm.
A lot of the reason people are like, even narcissists probably just have this anxiety, and that festers into them having to become like this big person who's like way better than everybody else, you know.
Right.
But that's just because they're insecure or they're worried that they're not going to be the kind of good person, you know. Sorry,
Yeah.
that was a big tangent, but
Yeah.
I talked about a lot of things there.
Yeah. No, it was essential.
There's a lot
To
in there, yeah.
Lukology.
Yeah, it was.
So this is random,
Okay.
but I feel like just from this episode alone, you seem like a psychologist to me.
No.
You don't.
Because I don't like the science. I don't like when it becomes the whole thing of like these are the
Really?
stats and these are the reasons. Like this is why people are this way. Like,
Well, what about like a counselor or like a therapist?
but
or
then
something?
you have to go through school. You have to learn about all these things where it's like these are the reasons. Like I don't want to know the reasons. I want to find them out for myself. You know,
True.
that makes
Yeah.
me feel 10 times more fulfilled than just learning it from someone else.
Right.
And that is a big part of my personality too. Is that I learn best when I'm doing it myself.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Which is against
Yeah.
kind of independence. But like when I'm being taught something, it's like when I'm doing a worksheet.
Right.
When I like figure out what I'm supposed to be doing myself, then I get it instantly.
Right. Which I mean, to an extent, everyone kind of uses Lukology
Oh yeah, obviously.
in a way because you got to think about it, and this is gonna sound cynical, but
Yeah.
everyone really is a manipulator because you learn how other people react
Whoa,
and
yeah.
and work.
That's
you learn
so
you
true.
learn how they tick, and then even
Even if you don't realize it.
even if you don't realize it or you don't mean any like true bad intentions
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
it, you manipulate that to an extent, to either benefit yourself or to like
right.
gain control in a conversation
And then,
or something.
and then to that point, it's not always bad then, because then the world wouldn't be the way it is today. You know what I
Right,
mean? 'Cause
exactly.
then relationships wouldn't be as sincere. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
but-
manipulation at that level is good because it's improving upon your relationships.
Right,
This
exactly.
entire time, Luke has just been manipulating everyone into thinking he was a good guy.
That is true. I have been doing
Yeah,
that actually.
he's
You
actually-
figured
I
me
knew
out.
it.
We've been through the Luke is actually evil arc.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and yeah, and it is true because I hate everyone.
Yes, we've established
Yeah,
that already.
I'm actually the good guy.
Yeah, and Hunter actually
Never
loves
treated us like
everyone.
everyone.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Be funny.
I think it'd be sad and scary.
Yeah.
Me being evil and you being good.
Or we just like swap personalities one day.
Yeah.
We should do that for an episode, opposite day.
That, you know what? You gotta get more in
It's
touch with
actually a good
yourselves.
episode.
This episode is a good reason to do that because now we understand ourselves more.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now we
true.
know how each other work. So now
Very
we know
true.
how we can pretend. I'm doing this weird thing with Elijah this whole time. I've been-
Yeah, he's been balancing him.
Oh.
on his- Whoa, he's stuck on there.
His tail's a hook and it's
That's how a hook works.
yeah, it's like hooked on my finger.
Yep.
Oh,
It
I
is.
think I figured something out about you.
What is it?
I think I know. I think that you that this podcast being censored is a lot harder for you than it looks. You know what I mean? I think
Yes.
that's probably one of the reasons you're sarcastic a lot because that is most of your
Yeah.
comedy outside of that.
Yeah.
Very true.
There we go.
That's a good
That felt. I needed to figure that out.
Yeah.
Friend group A and podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Wait,
True.
friend group A.
Like you ever heard of the joke? It's like I used friend group A humor instead of.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
love that. That's very true. That's why I love it because it's
Yeah.
like it is Lukology.
Yeah. Very true. Oh wow.
Guys, if I die, he just farted on. Not farted. He just coughed on me.
Very interesting.
That didn't happen.
No,
He's lying.
I watched it. It happened.
I coughed on him.
Yeah.
He coughed on me.
But I went to cover my mouth and I completely missed. Like I went to cover my mouth with this, but it hit the table. And I was like, well, I can't do it now. There's
Yeah.
no other. I don't have two arms. Are you kidding me?
Very
Man, it,
I'm
the-
now
the-
gonna, if I die, it's because of this guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
it
so
is.
much talk about death and like
I
any of
know.
us could die at any
Yeah,
minute.
or us might just die to one of us.
To one of us,
Yeah, to one of us.
Yeah.
you're gonna get Luke disease.
Yeah.
Or Hunter disease.
I will say something about me is that which I do wish wasn't exactly how it is, but I feel like I'm more afraid of death than the average person.
Yeah, you know what? That is true. I agree with that.
Wait, you agree that I'm more afraid of death?
Yeah, I mean, you write the notes and stuff all the time, and you're
I
like,
suppose.
you talk about, yeah.
But I didn't realize I was as open about it. But
Today I stubbed my toe.
Maybe not you're open about it. Maybe
I'm scared I might die. I stubbed my toe today and I'm scared.
it might not be that you're open about it. It might just be that I'm more perceptive to it.
well, I think about death and the absolute nothing that is beyond.
But you also aren't religious,
True.
and I am, so it's different.
True. It is different. You have a more positive outlook.
Yeah,
On it.
that's true.
In terms of me, I'm just like whatever's there
Maybe
is
you need
there.
religion. Maybe that's
Yeah,
maybe
now,
that's the fix.
that's another interesting thing about me is that it's not that I don't want to be religious. I actually would love to believe.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah, well, you're a very grounded person, you know?
Yeah, it's just...
It actually did take a while for me to become very at terms with this. And more recently, I really am in touch with, like, my religion and myself, which is very hard, but I really do understand them both equally,
Right.
you know? And I balance my life that way. It took a while. It's a very hard thing to do. Not many people get it, and if you don't get it, then that's okay. You know, and I completely support you anyway. Like you.
Yeah.
And Hunter.
Well, I appreciate that.
I do.
See, that's, you're not opinionated to the point where
Right.
it's like you hate people that aren't religious.
Yeah, right.
So,
I you know what?
yeah.
I respect them and I believe. And that's the thing too. You always have to respect people. Like, and that's obviously a very like basic thing to say. But like, if you go into a relationship and meeting not respecting somebody, then you're not going to get anywhere, and you're not going to have a good time.
Right.
You're not going to be going out for brewskis or anything like that.
Well,
Personally, I'm gonna say one thing. May sound controversial. I think church.
That was so funny.
I think church is kind of a dumb thing. Like, I get why people go, but I think it's the people that make me mad about church are the people that think you have to go to church to be
Right.
religious. It's
Right.
like
Yeah.
you can trust in, you can believe in God without going to church. It's not a thing you have to do to believe in
It
God.
puts a lot of pressure on people.
Yeah.
It does.
And then it takes, because it's a very personal thing, is religion. So then it takes away from their personal experience, and then they don't feel as excited about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Right. On Christmas.
On Christmas.
Yes.
It does, yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Jesus. What was it,
And-
Easter?
It was Christmas. Easter was when he rose from the
That's
dead.
what it was.
Yeah.
I
But
like that guy.
we've about hit our cap. I don't want to...
No, we didn't.
What?
What time is it?
We're at 55 minutes.
Only 55 minutes?
Only 55.
Honestly,
What do you mean?
if this was up to me, this would be the whole podcast. I'm just saying, like,
Are you serious?
this has been the greatest episode for me personally. I feel more fulfilled. Like I wanted to know you guys better, and I
You can always do sequels.
yeah, or we can just keep going a little bit longer. Let's throw one more thing out there. Let's throw one more thing
What else do we got?
into the fray.
I mean, it's your episode. You can edit whenever you want.
Edit?
Realistically.
Oh, end it? Yeah, end
Yeah.
it. Well, again, if it was up to me, this would be like a 2-hour episode. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Let's talk more about Hunter.
Okay, let's go back to you.
Let's end up the trilogy here with our third Hunter segment.
Okay.
Why is he breathing heavily?
I feel like
Are you prone to more stress?
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stressed right now, actually.
I think I'm stressed a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you don't really seem that way to me. So do you feel like you kind of push that down about yourself?
No. I don't really know.
I'd say you do. I mean,
I don't really know
everyone
how people
has
perceive
anxiety. Everyone is stressed.
Well, yeah, I think
You know.
everyone has anxiety.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
I know you need to get your tongue fixed or something. Anxiety. It's because of that run in the rain we did earlier.
I'm gonna get you.
It ruined your tongue.
I'm gonna throw my mic at you.
That
Going to throw
would be
mic
so
at you.
loud. I'm going to transform into a lobster.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, I want to talk about this again. So, Hunter, let's think more about you, who you are, and why you are the way that you are.
What is like your strongest emotion? What do you feel the most?
Yeah, like I'm happiness,
Anger.
anger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, why do you think you get so angry?
Are you?
Sorry.
No, it's not. It's okay.
I have no idea.
Let's figure that out then.
So you're very short-tempered, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You get mad at video games a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You rage a lot at video games.
Uh-huh.
What about them makes you so frustrated and
Yeah.
angry?
If I knew, I would tell you.
Okay, give us some examples of why you got angry.
When things are stupid. Like if I'm doing something and it doesn't make any sense that this thing happens to me.
Okay.
Right.
So, like,
So
I-
game mechanics not working how they should.
Yeah.
Things
Yeah.
being out of place.
Okay, sure.
Are you a person that thinks? Help me out here, Luke.
You got this.
Are you a person that has to have everything in place in order? You're a very. Would
Yeah.
you say you're very OCD?
All right. My
I wouldn't
sister's
say
that way.
OCD.
Mm.
It's so
When things put you off, that's when you kind of snap. That's when you get like, that's not the way it should be. You
Yeah.
know.
the thing is, like, if I'm fighting something in a game that I fought multiple times, like grounded, fight like a bug or something like that, and it's usually opens with a attack where it's like one attack, but then the next time I fight the same insect or bug or whatever,
Right.
but it's the exact same thing, but it does a different opening, like it does multiple attacks at once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It really annoys me because it's like,
So
I'm learning how to play the game, but I
Right.
can't learn how to play the game if like
there you
the
go.
beginning is different.
If you figured it out, there you
Yeah.
go. So when the game changes to like not suit how you learned it, you know,
Yeah.
when the teaching elements aren't perfect.
Yeah, because I can like if I play the game enough like grounded, I've been able to like kind of evolve into like how certain
Right.
things attack the
That's
game.
probably why there are some games that you just don't like because the way that it teaches the player is very different.
Elden
know?
Ring is one of those.
Yeah.
Soulsborne games are one of those. Really.
Yeah, like the way it teaches you frustrates you because you don't. It doesn't. The way that you learn isn't the same way that game teaches.
Yeah,
You know.
Very true.
Bosses don't attack at all the same way. They just one time you'll fight Margit, he'll do this thing, and then the next time you attack him,
Yeah.
it
Right.
makes no sense why he does this.
The
It's like,
change of rhythm,
Exactly.
which is a very human characteristic. The fear of like things changing and things like you're going a different way than you want them to.
yeah.
You know. Which is
Sure.
very relatable for a lot of people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I also think I'm more prone to emotions.
I think I'm getting sick. My throat hurts.
Oh, well. It's from being in multiple different countries in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Probably. Is that an offensive thing to say?
Get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
Yeah.
That's me right now.
Very true.
My mood right now.
Yeah.
Is that song.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So, your happiness, your what did we decide? Anger. What am I? I want to know.
Indifference. Okay.
Indifference.
Maybe not indifference. Maybe that would, I may jump the gun too much on that one. You're very driven by your goals.
Right.
You're a very goal-oriented person.
I would say passion.
Passion is a good one.
Passion.
That is a good
I'm
one.
stroking my own ego a little bit here.
Yeah,
but
no, that's okay. I love
okay.
that. Honestly, that makes me happy when people do
It
that.
isn't a
Yeah.
lot.
Unless they're putting others down, like we've already previously
See,
established.
that's just how I work. I am not the way that Luke is, in which like he's very confident about being himself,
Right.
but in like talking about himself.
Yeah, it's hard to get to that level of content. Is that contention? I don't know. To be that content with yourself, it's a very difficult thing to achieve, and I'm just lucky that I've achieved it to such a level so young, and that's why I feel like I need to share this with the world, like
Right.
that I want everyone else to feel that way.
Very true. Yeah, I hear it too, Hunter. It's buzzing.
Mine isn't.
There we go. You're welcome.
Is that
Oh,
actually?
there it goes again.
That's never happened to me.
Yeah, it's only us. Our brain waves are like
It's because you guys gotta get more in touch with yourselves.
very true.
That's why. That's
Very
the
true.
reason.
We're hearing our subconscious.
Yeah, it's like
Talk to us.
screw you.
Yeah.
I just channel Inner Hunter there. Did you see that?
Yeah. There we go.
Hunter, they can't see what you're doing.
I know, that's the point. That's the whole point.
That isn't entertaining.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
I hope that I want if I need the episodes I want to blow up, I want this one to blow up because I want to get comments and people like I realize this about myself now.
Right.
I want people to share that. I want everyone to share this episode with everyone who thinks they should, with the people that they think should hear it.
Right.
You know, out of any of the episodes, I think this one is very important. It's like Inside Out too. Everyone should see this.
It is very important.
Yes.
It's probably the most important episode we've had.
Yeah,
honestly,
I agree.
mean,
It's very real. It's very human.
Yeah.
You
Very
know?
true.
And we're working our way here to ending off the episode, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I want to give this a clean. We don't usually end our episodes very cleanly. I want to give this one a nice send off.
Okay.
I want everyone who listen to this to again share with everybody and to think about yourself and decide why you act the way that you are, why you think the way that you do, and I want you to apply those same concepts to other people once you figure more about yourself. It's a very hard thing to do. I'm not saying you're going to get it in a year. I'm not saying you're going to get it in 10 years, but it'll happen, and you'll feel good about it when it does. And I really hope that you feel that happiness that I do someday, because I love you, whoever's listening to this. I love everybody who listens to this.
Yes.
All right.
Oh no, Adolf Hitler listened to it.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh crap! No! Oh.
Sending this off cleanly.
Why would you say that? Oh
You
no!
had to make it good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's your homework.
Yes.
All right, everybody on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1.
Peace out, media junkies.